I'm really delighted to be able to complete today with our final speaker, JJ Ferrari, a change agent and keynote speaker. So JJ was at 53, was a successful career in business and transitioned her gender from male to female. She says it was the biggest challenge she's ever set for herself, and yet there were many more that she had to overcome. JJ is somebody who tells her story to audiences all over the world. In the process, she teaches people to harness the power of transitions and really to rethink life's rules in both their personal and their professional spheres. With passion and conviction, she provides a range of strategies, models, and formulas that she draws on from an incredibly successful 30-year career as a business leader, but combines that with her personal life experiences. Really a remarkable human being. So I'm really delighted to welcome to the stage, give a warm welcome, please, to JJ Ferrari.
There we are.
Thanks, JJ.
Am I on? Thank you so much, Kylie. My name is JJ Ferrari, and I do not know how to follow the magnificent stories and the magnificence of all the knowledge that we got from all those women that actually came before me just now. And I hope that what I'm going to share with you might give you some ways to be able to take that knowledge and to start to implement it into your own life. I'm not sure where you are in your own transformation journey or really what you need to hear today. And in the next few minutes, I may actually create more questions in your mind than I do answers, but that's okay. I'm not really going to share too much about my own journey today, but my journey living is male as well as female has really taught me a lot of lessons, a lot of big lessons. And one of the biggest ones for creating transformative success was actually learning that the starting point of all success is not actually a goal, it's actually a question. And the reason that questions work better to start your transformative goal or transformative journey is because questions have a tendency to open up our minds and give us new answers that we might not have considered if we just set a goal and started working at it. So today I want to share with you a question that I've asked many of my audiences, and it's simply this: what do you do to transform into a better woman or man? I came up with a lot of answers, and my audiences always come up with a lot of answers, and maybe even instantly you came up with a few as well. But here's the right answer. The right answer is nothing. No one can do anything to become a better woman or man. And it sounds strange at first. And it was strange when it first popped into my head. I was like, what? I'm looking for answers to remove the losses and pains that I'm experiencing in my transition. And this is the answer that I get. I can't become a better woman or man. And when I started to look at the answers that I'm about to share with you, it really changed me as a person, and it changed my life vision. So what is a better answer to creating a great transformation? I would argue that there are two. One that will give you what you want for yourself, and the other that facilitates what we all want to see in the world. So here's the first one. Be willing to become a better person. Sounds like the same thing, but it's actually really, really different when you hear it. Being willing to do whatever you need to do to become a more self-aware and self-intelligent person. See, the majority of us never take time to make sure that we know our inner selves. Being a woman or a man alone does not mean that you know yourself. Neither does being successful or meditating, nor does taking personal development courses or even being a good person. None of those mean that you know yourself. And if you don't do the hard work of actually learning to know yourself, there's nothing powerful enough inside you to put up a battle when life gets incredibly tough. It's why we see so many people actually dealing with anxiety and depression. But the real reason I believe that there's so much inner conflict is because we're walking around like sponges, absorbing media, situations, information, and energies. The outer world is filling us up. It's drowning our powerful inner self, and we feel it, but we don't know how to combat it. So self-awareness lets you know how you feel and who you are. It lets you fill yourself up with courage and confidence and creativity and communicative styles, as Angela had actually mentioned earlier. But the two best ways of creating greater self-awareness, you're not going to want to hear, because they are honesty and vulnerability. Being honest with yourself is super difficult, and it's why, most of us aren't willing to do it. Also, being vulnerable, open to hearing and seeing what others say to you about you. For most people, too emotional. It bruises their ego. And again, it's why we must be willing to do it. We must face ourselves to gain strength and inner fortitude. So why do we need strength and inner fortitude? Because the second idea is to become a better human. To become a better human means to have a vision, one that serves to help other people. And a vision is huge. It's something that you can clearly see and have a burning commitment to achieve, but you've got no idea how to achieve it or how long it's actually going to take to reach it. I think it's what we're actually doing here today. Amy and Nancy's Passionistas is their vision for changing the world. To achieve it, we all need more strength and fortitude, because we don't know how long we're going to have to keep going. Is changing the world for women part of your personal goals and your life mission? It has to be, for us to see it all the way through. But I think that we're at our best when we're around people who believe what we believe. It sort of stacks the deck in our favor and puts us all in a better position of power. It's not going to be easy, even with all of us standing together. That's why we also need to help men become willing to be better persons and humans. But we're not going to do it with our words. We're not going to do it with our anger, but we're going to be able to do it through our passion and our examples. So I don't know if you've ever heard of the author Kenneth Keyes or his theory of the 100 monkeys. His research showed that when 100 or more monkeys begin to exhibit a new behavior in one part of the world, monkeys around the planet who have no contact with the original 100 monkeys begin to exhibit the same behaviors. Now, I'm certainly not saying that we're monkeys. I am saying we, women and men, are all connected. There's a connective energy that we cannot control, but that we can count on to make this idea of worldwide change a reality. But we have to take the consistent actions that change each of us into better persons, and we will then begin to see more and more humans, women and men, exhibiting the same actions around the world. So if all you need to do is become a better person and then make part of each day being human and helping others, why don't we all just do it? I think the answer is because we believe we have to fight for what is rightfully ours. And most people do not like conflict, do not like confrontation. So instead, we have to make sure that we lead others to realize that we have the ability to influence the changes that we want to see. And when we do, more people will actually engage with us, and it will begin to happen sooner. My name is JJ Ferrari, and thank you for letting me play.